Hey, Red, we inside. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back to Red, or as I like to say, welcome to the Red House. We plan to make this a long-term thing, a long-term engagement. So I'll be in your face for some months to come and some years to come, and who knows however long. So if you've been finding value from what we've been doing, please subscribe. Let me know how you've been liking what we've been sharing. Let me know how it's been affecting you, how you've been receiving it. Feel free to share with us. Let's discuss. So, a very interesting topic here this evening. You go to the movies often? I don't. I'm actually one of those who prefer to sit at home. I enjoy a good movie now and then on the big screen. Don't get me wrong. But I am just as comfortable with my big 50-inch TV at home, in my bedroom, laid back, pillow under my head, a glass of juice at the side, something else on this side, and I'm just taking in my movie. I'm good. I'm cool. With my big speakers, system sounds nice, get some nice rumble on the bass, and I'm good with that. But the title of the episode might be a little misleading because I want to share some stuff, but I want to use this as the basis to share that. That makes sense? Think that makes sense? Alright, work with me. Let's see how we go with this. So, as I said in the title, I do not listen to movie critics. Now, I really don't, yeah? This is not, I really don't listen to movie critics. And thank God I never had any bad experiences with that, but I've seen some bad turnovers with that kind of thing. So, I have taken a decision based on what I have seen that happened several times. I am not going to waste time listening to movie critics, because in the first instance, who qualified them to be critics? Who qualified them to be able to tell me what movie I should and shouldn't watch and why I should or should not watch it? Who qualified them? One, to start with, most times the movie critics are not involved in the creation of the movie, no way. They sat, they looked at it, they've probably read reviews, they got a preview in, no problem, and they formed their opinion. That's the problem right there. That is their opinion. Who says their opinion has to be the opinion of everybody? So this is why I don't listen to movie critics, because I understand taste is a very subjective thing. Taste is a very subjective thing. Some people cannot eat doubles without pepper. Some people cannot eat doubles with pepper. All because of the taste. It's not just because of the heat of the pepper, it's partly because of the taste. I know some people, I had a brother, for instance. If everybody used 1 tablespoon of sugar to make some tea or juice, as the case may be, he want 2 or 3. And he just had a liking for sugar. I'm the opposite. I like salt. I love a salt prune. Or, you make some chow, but not heavy salt. But I think I like a little more salt than the average person does. It's a fact. But that's my taste. I don't have a sweet tooth. The business I do, we are very often in different types of events and at dinner time or lunch, and depending on what time of day, you usually get typical thing. You get the main course and then you have the dessert. More often than not, I will pass on the dessert and people watching me like, what's going on? But I don't have a sweet tooth. That's just me. Yeah, I will eat some sweet things now and then. I love my ice cream. Yeah. But I don't really have a sweet tooth like some people, that they have to have, they just have to have this sweet thing. That's not me. In fact, if I'm in a case where I have like my main course with dessert, I'll quicker eat the dessert first, so that the last thing that stays in my mouth is the flavor from whatever meat or fish or whatever, from the main course. I don't want to change that and then with some piece of cheesecake or a sweetbread. That's not me. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? That might be you. And this is part of the problem with movie critics. So they look at a movie and whatever reason they found that they don't like it, something with the storyline don't make sense to them, and something too questionable and whatever it is, and they decide they don't like the movie for that. So they're telling you, you should not go and watch the movie because of that. I've had that instance happen to me a couple times, only to realize, because I decide afterwards, you see this, something I feel, something about this, I have a nice feeling. I go and watch. Maybe I went to cinema and watched it, or I just got the movie somewhere, watched it online or something, or maybe bought a DVD or whatever. Only to realize I really like this thing. So I don't know what they were complaining about. But again, taste is subjective. If you think of a typical movie, for instance, there are various elements that come together to make a movie. For one, it's based on a story, so it must have a storyline. No, some people place heavy emphasis on the story. Some people don't care two hoots about the story. Once it have a good fight scene, once it have some jokes, once the graphics and the animation looking top notch, that's it for them. They're good with that. The story could be the worst thing ever. It don't matter. So to them, cool. It mightn't go down in the books as a good movie, but they enjoyed it. So that's the first thing I want us to take away. Taste is subjective, and you could apply that in just about any walk of life. I'll just give a couple of examples with food. We like to talk about clothes. We have this thing, we look at people and we say they have no taste. Based on what they're wearing, we say they have no taste. But that's not your taste. That doesn't mean they don't have taste. They just don't have your taste. But that's the next part of the problem, because we feel however we see it is correct. Let's think back a little bit. And people of a certain age group mightn't be able to identify what I'm going to talk about here. You remember when bell bottom was in style? Bell bottom pants was in style. And then somewhere along the line, bell bottom went out of style, and what we call gun mouth or straight, well, that's the politically correct name now, right? Straight cut. Gun mouth is what we used to call it. Bell bottom went out of style, gun mouth came back. Remember that? So in other words, if when gun mouth came into style, you were caught wearing a bell bottom, you had no taste. But just a few months or a few years ago, bell bottom was taste. You follow us here? And then somewhere along the line, gun mouth went out of style, bell bottom came back. So 1 minute, what you're eating, it have taste. And then the next minute, it don't have taste again. And then sometime later, it get back taste again. You understand how we just think as human beings? What you consider tasteful doesn't mean that it's the same for everybody. And we need to understand and appreciate that. Taste is subjective. Listen, using movies as the base, right? My personal taste in movies, certain kind of action. I'm not a comedy. I like to laugh. Yeah, I don't mind a good little laugh now and then, but you wouldn't find me hoarding comedy movies. You see, sci-fi, action, martial arts, and not all either. But that's my genre of when it comes to movies. I have every Marvel movies. I'm talking about these serious movies within the last couple decades or so. I have all the X-Men, I have all the Batman, I have all the Spider-Man, I have all the Avengers and Captain America and all of that. I have all of those in pristine HD, even Blu-ray quality, some of them. I have all the Transformers, I have all the DC comics remakes, the animation, I have all DC, Marvel, whoever, I have all of them. I have all the Star Wars movies in full HD. I have all the Star Trek movies in full HD. And a number of different other sci-fi, decent what I consider decent sci-fi movies. I have a ton of Jet Li. I have a ton of Jackie Chan. I have a ton of I turn a silver fox. In days of VHS, video club, they used to call me Jackie Chan because when I walk in there, I walking out with a bag of martial arts movies. And most of them is Jackie Chan. Jet Li wasn't even a thing in those days. He just started. But it was Jackie Chan, Bolo, and those fellas, Bruce Lee. Was Bruce Lee dead already? So it was Bruce Lee who take over. And the old silver fox was ranking inside the Wang Tao, the fella they call Southern Fist, and John Liu, Northern Kicks. The long time, and I could call some names, Carter Wong. And them was the fellas ranking in them days. I had all them movies. In heap. HD wasn't even a factor back then. I have all of them. And then when HD became, I have a set of them HD. So I have my taste. So when a so-called movie critic tell me, don't go and watch Avengers because it have some holes in the plot. Duh! You serious? Well, you don't go and watch it? You don't go and watch it. In fact, let me tell you how I operate. Some people have issues with spoilers. Granted, I understand that. No problem. That's you. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying that's you. That's not me. I don't. Me care. No matter. And let me tell you one of the reasons I like this. I see people who they don't want nobody spoil it for them, so don't tell them this, that. So they read some reviews or they saw some little preview or some kind of, and they went to see the movie based on that. Only to hear them after a ton of complaints because the preview set them up. You remember that? I sure you see that the preview set them up. They saw one thing. In fact, some of the things they saw in the preview they never even see in the movie. And that is the reason they went to the movie, because of what they saw in the preview. Total shebang. Mash them up. And they complain that waste the money. Well, that's not me. I don't mind even watching a second-hand copy, you know what I mean? A second-hand version. Just to kind of get a real sense of what it is. Yeah, this making sense. No. I don't mind paying my money and going. That is me. Understand what I'm saying? That is me. I understand that is not you, that's not everybody, but I'm just showing you why I don't listen to critics. Because I prefer to do that than to take my 150, 200, 300, how much it is, pay for me and my family. We buy with popcorn, we buy with drinks, go on in the cinema and sit down and then strips in whole night. Or have to walk out on the movie and get no refund because it's a waste of time. Why? Because some critic say it's a good movie, but it's not my genre. It's not the kind of movie I would like. So now I see people posting things on Facebook. I'm looking for a good movie to watch. Any recommendations? Well, what kind of movies you like? Because you ask for any recommendation. So somebody recommend Frozen. You know the animation, the cartoon. Somebody recommend Frozen. You up on your strokes. But you ask what for recommendation, they recommend what they felt is nice. That's obviously that's not your taste. But they never made it clear what your taste was. You just ask what is a good movie. That is subjective. And sometimes we don't realize how much we placing ourselves at the mercy of people. Because if you're not clear what you're looking for, you'll get you'll get a heap of recommendations. And more than half of them you mightn't like because that's not up your alley. You understand what I'm saying? So I want us to take away that. Taste is very, very subjective. Second reason I don't listen to movie critics is that sink or float, I make my decision and I stand by my consequences. That's me. I learned that from my father early. Make your decision and stand by your consequences. Stop depending on the opinions of other people to walk your life. Daddy, thank you. Daddy, thank you for that one. And that is the second major reason I don't listen to movie critics. Again, that's your opinion. But who said your opinion is right? It could be, I'm not saying nothing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not even saying don't ask people their opinions. But if you're going to base every decision you make on your life on the opinion and the advice of somebody else, then you need to check yourself, friend. Now, seriously, you need to check yourself. But I'll show you why people just do that. And sometimes they don't even realize this is why. But if they be honest with themselves and check themselves, they realize this is why. People who normally do that are afraid to accept personal blame if something goes wrong. Because it's easier to say, well, so and so told me I could do this. And I wasn't sure, so I asked X person and they tell me this is how it does work. So I tried. So you have no opinion for yourself. Now, I'm not saying we have to know everything. Obviously, we don't know everything. So maybe it's something new. Granted, you want to get an opinion. You want to get a second opinion. Maybe a third opinion. Nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, if you are going to make your decision solely on X person tell me this, and at no point you did your own research, you did your own due diligence, you did your own digging to find out whether that is actually true or not, or maybe there's another way to do it. But you just went along because you wanted advice, you asked your friend, and they told you X. Most people do that because, here's this, and this is the funny part. If it turned out to be good, oh yeah, I did it. Oh yeah, I did it. I did it. It worked. I did it. You might tell this to the friend thanks. You might even give them a little big up on our Facebook or Instagram and so on. But at the end of the day, you taking the credit for it. You did it. But the day that thing go wrong, the day that advice from the friend turn out to be the opposite. Oh gosh, the whole next story. That friend is. I ask you that way you go advise me? And we don't want to take the blame and the responsibility for ourselves. So I learned that from Daddy. Make your own decision and stand by the consequences. Be your own man. Be your own woman. I know this wouldn't sit on good with some people, but that's life. What you gonna do? So people, that's it. That's why I don't listen to movie critics. I'm not saying that they're choppity, as we say in Trinidad. I'm not saying that they don't know what they're talking about. But I think part of the problem is that they come across as an authority. So that if they say the movie is not good, then everybody should listen to them. And if they say it is good, then everybody should listen to them. No, that's not the case. I have my own brain. I have my own heart. I have my own set of feelings. I have my own set of emotions. There are things that appeal to me that I know will never appeal to some other people. And vice versa. I see some things that some people run after that will never appeal to me. I am not a fashion man, for instance. I know some people can't survive. They can't seem to survive in a world that isn't heavily fashion focused, if I should use that term. I'm probably making up something here, but you know what I mean. They have to be in the in thing all the time, so they always want the latest pants, the latest dress, the latest shirt, the latest cap, the latest phone, the latest. They want to know the latest tune from whoever singer, whatever musician. Always up for the latest because it's important to them. The thing is, they don't even realize that they are being guided by the opinion of somebody else. Take the same bell-bottom scenario. So this here bell-bottom in style. It is the thing. You have to have a bell-bottom. Otherwise you are nobody. And 2 weeks later, bell-bottom go out of style. Gun mount is now in style. If you get caught with a bell-bottom, what's going on here, eh? What 1940? 2 weeks. It's just 2 weeks it went out of style. And we don't realize how much our lives are being dictated by the opinions of others. But we allow that. So what I want to leave you with, friend, at the end of the day, is be your own man. Be your own woman. You could listen to critics, no problem. But don't base your life's decisions on what critics tell you. And you could apply critics to any other area of your life. Somebody will always criticize you for something, or somebody will always criticize something that probably you want to get involved with, or you want to get for yourself. For instance, in my business again, because I'm involved in technology, a lot of time people will call me to ask, What is the best TV to buy? Or what is the best this or the best that? Almost every time I would start to answer them with this way. It's not so much a question of best, but it's what you comfortable with. Because in many cases, we can't even afford the best. So let me don't even start to talk about what is the best. It might be what is the best based on your budget. That's our next conversation we could have. But to ask me which is the best, like for instance, a lot of people like to ask me, what is the best camera to buy? Well, what do you want to do with the camera? Because cameras are designed for different purposes. If you want to talk the best, then we'll have to talk cameras like what they use for the creation of Avatar and those kinds of movies, and what they use in Hollywood, the RE system and that kind of stuff. Red, if you want to talk best. But could you afford that? No, well then you can't talk best. It's what you comfortable with and what you could afford. So what you could ask is, what is the best camera I could get for this amount of money? And I would still ask you, what do you want to do with it? It's like asking about what is the best car? What is the best vehicle? For what? What are you going to do? You plan to be transporting a lot of people. You plan to be joyriding a lot. You plan to be moving a lot of goods. That's why you have different types of vehicles. You have hatchback, you have sedan, you have wagons. And all of them goes under the category of cars. But what do you want the car for? You understand what I'm saying? So we had to think it through a little more, people. So I just want to leave you with that. So at the end of the day, we close off as usual. Remember, I have 3 things to drop on you. We have a verse of the day, tip for the day, and a joke of the day. So let me start you off with the verse of the day. Let me big up my cousin Avi Alvarez. Avi, cousin Avi, what you saying, girl? Thanks for this one. The verse of the day comes from Psalm chapter 3, verse 2. But you, Lord, are a shield around me. And when she sent it, she said, boy, this is so perfect for this time we live in. And I want to agree. In this COVID scenario here, boy, we need every kind of covering, shield, blockage, fencing, every kind of thing we could get to protect you. So thank you for this one, Avi. Good one. Good one, good one, good one. And now for the tip of the day. Hey, let me just put this on the screen, right? And I will just call him Enwa. I don't want to mispronounce the man's name, but I call him Enwa for short. Enwa, don't get it. You get it right? Enwa. You can't take everyone with you just because they were with you where you were before. Hey, you can't take everyone with you just because they were with you where you were before. So it's not that you can't take them, but not just because they were with you all the time. Before you arrive at this spot, you could just continue to drag them along. People come in your life for seasons, you know. Sometimes that person came into your life just to get you to that point. And to go further, you need to let them go. That's the next talk by itself, right? Woo-hoo! And let me leave you with this one. You know, we had to finish off nice with a little laughter and thing, right? So the joke of the day comes from Miss Moselle Alvarez. I kind of paraphrase, right? This is not really full wording, but you get the idea. How to know when your egg is cooked? Put it on and go do something else. When you remember, oh crap, that's when it's time to take it out. Yes, Moselle. That's how you just cook egg. Miss Moselle. That's how you just cook egg. Oh, Lord. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we just having fun. So I hope you got some value from what I shared today. If you like what we're sharing, it is bringing some measure of value to you. Please like, share, subscribe, follow. Leave some comments in the chats. Connect with us. So, another one. Down in the bag. Down in the bag. In the bag. What is it? What is it? What is it? I can't put a drama. A drama for you. Okay, partner. Why is it? I can't put a drama. I can't put on a little drama, a little acting thing for you. Alright, then we go see how that is. You go see how that going. You just put on a little right, a little thing inside it. So from that's not. So So from all of us here at Red, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for spending the time with us. And see you next. Look out for more videos every week, every Thursday. Brand new episodes coming uploaded to you right here on Red.